Hello. Hi guys. Hello everybody. Hello. Is anybody there? When you're there, give me a hello. Oh, 2 people, hello. Okay, so my heart is pounding. So when you are there, please give me a wave, say hello. Let me know you are here. Okay, I'm so nervous. So please someone talk to me because currently I'm just staring at the screen. Laura, you're there. Hello, 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 hello. All the girls in the chat are talking. Oh, is that other Laura? Other Laura's here. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'll just give it another second for people to come on. Hello, hello. Don't be scared. I am scared, I'm scared. Okay, no, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I just need to get going and I'll be fine. Right, so, hi Em, hello. Okay, so I've got some notes here, so please excuse me looking to the side, but I don't want to just ramble. I want to try and stick to my notes, so I am going to be looking at my notes. Oh, here comes everyone else. Other Laura, hi Karen, hello everybody. Okay, so I'm going to get started. So my name is Laura. I'm married to Sam, and we've got 2 children. We've got Bella, who is 2, and Alfie, who is 1. And I own a theatre school in Basildon. So I grew up in Caister, which is where now Laura Sawkins has got her caravan. I moved to Essex to go to dance college. When I was in my 2nd year I met Sam, and then I've never really gone back, so I'm a fully Essex girl now, even though I've still got my Norfolk accent that you'll probably be able to hear. So when Laura asked me to do this video, apart from obviously being petrified, which I still am now, my heart is beating so fast, it was really good to get me thinking about what has got me to director in a really short space of time. And there is something that kept coming up, and that is that I am, and from a really young age, I've had a job. I had my first job when I was 13, and I've always been really driven by money, but in a good way. I really don't want that to come across bad. I've been driven by money, and I've always been willing to put the hard work in. And I just want to give you a little example of what life was like before the children came along. So I was a self-employed dance teacher. I would teach in a different school every day, 9 till 3. I'd come home, let the dog out, give the dog some food, throw something in the slow cooker for my husband that he lived off for years, and then I'd go work for a theatre school, 5:30 till 8:30 every night of the week, bar Monday. Then on a Saturday I'd do 10 till 1 at the theatre school. I used to do kids parties, so I'd go do a kids party 3 till 5, and then sometimes I'd go into London to do a dancing gig, get home early hours in the morning, then Sunday morning get up and do another kids party. So it was full on. Now the other thing that comes back to, which has now helped my Scentsy, you can hear the fireworks going off, is that all of them jobs needed preparation. So for teaching, I could not just turn up and do anything. Every single class needed a warm-up, corner work, a routine. Every party had a different theme. I would always go further and say, oh, what songs does your child like? I'd create a playlist, I'd create new games, and everything needed preparation. So even on my downtime, I was prepping constantly. And again, that has now followed through into my Scentsy. So keeping all them things in mind, my Scentsy journey started 3 years ago as a customer of Laura's, and loved it, bought it as gifts for people. It was like my go-to. I got it for like my mother-in-law and friends, and I just absolutely loved it. And behind the scenes, I don't even know if I've ever really told Laura this, but behind the scenes, really from early on, I've watched on to Laura thinking, I'd like to do that, and I think I could do it. But there was one huge thing that stopped me, and I imagine that I'm not the only person watching this that feels like this. huge anxiety of what people would think of me. I would see Laura doing her selfies and her videos, and I would think there is absolutely no way I can do that. There is no way. Huge anxiety, and I'm sure there's other people in here that you felt like that, or you might still feel like that. And I'm not going to lie, I've got to direct her and I've not taken one selfie. I don't know if Laura knows that, she's probably going to be mortified. But now when I say that out loud, that makes me so angry. And I mean that because for 3 years I've let worrying what Kelly, because there's just a Kelly come up, Kelly round the corner thinks of me, that has stopped me doing Scentsy and earning the money I'm earning. It stopped my teamies having the opportunity. I mean, how ridiculous is that? I can see the love hearts coming up. Now I'm in it, how stupid. Is Kelly round the corner going to pay my mortgage? No. Is Scentsy? Yes. So why on earth for 3 years did I sit and watch Laura and not take that leap? Yeah, like I'm so annoyed with myself for that. But it's fine, we're here now and it's all good. But, so, that was my point with that's why I sat back, watched Laura. But then, I've always thought it's going to happen, but it needs to be the right time. And I used to say to Laura, oh, I can't because of this, I can't because of that. But the main thing was I was too worried. I was too anxious and worried about all them things. Then, when we went into lockdown, I was on maternity leave with Alfie. So I'd not gone back to any work during the day. So the only work I was doing was on a Saturday at my theatre school. So when I had to close that, I had zero income. Now I just said to you at the start, I'm driven by money. So for me, it couldn't get any worse. It was the first time in my life that I had no money coming in, zero. There was nothing going to be coming into my bank account at all. And that was, no, I couldn't do that. There was absolutely no way that I was going to do that. So I started to think, and I thought, oh my God, it's going to be time for Scentsy. I just knew it. And to be fair, I'd made that decision in my head. I'd made that decision. But one day, I remember it's so clear, we took the kids over to Belfair's golf course for a walk. And the whole way there, anxious, wanting to tell Sam. And I couldn't tell him that I wanted to do it. Because again, my mind is thinking, what's he going to think? Is he going to think, oh, she's so silly? And he'd never think that. But anyway, got out of the car and I just sort of blurted it out. I'm going to join Scentsy. He was like, oh, right, okay, great. Yeah. Anyway, I messaged Laura, and I need to scroll to this because I need to see what these questions were. So I messaged Laura and I asked her the most ridiculous questions, and I've scrolled back in our chat to find these and I've wrote them here because I have to share them with you, okay? So I said to Laura, this is hilarious, if I make a Facebook group and someone adds a friend and they live in Romford, how do I get their Scentsy to them? These are the kind of things I was worried about. Clearly I'd forgotten about Mr. Postman that can deliver it, okay? So that's the first ridiculous thing. Yeah, I know, Laura, how ridiculous. Number two, this one's even better. Because we're in, I used to ask Laura, yeah, isn't it ridiculous? So this is a good one. This is probably the best one. Because we're in a lockdown, is it a good time to join? Was it a good time to join? Was it the busiest time ever? Yeah, classic, right? But these are good things to think about when you're asking teamies and you get no's or you're getting these weird questions. I was one of them. I was worried about the most ridiculous things. In my mind, I was spending hours in a car driving to people's houses, and in my mind I was like dropping off a wax bar and I was going to earn like 10p from it. And I was thinking, why am I going to do this? And again, I needed to ask Laura. I didn't know how much money you could earn, you know? And again, going back to money, as soon as I kind of knew that, I was like, right, join me up, I'm on it, you know? Right, so I've got past my ridiculous questions. I've joined. Now, this is the best bit. I go from 0 to 100. So an hour ago, I was petrified of joining, and now I've joined, and I'm ready to be SSD and I want it all, okay? So this is where, yeah, exactly, ching ching, off we go. Right, so these are where some of my little, you might all do these things. This is what I'm worried about, that you're going to watch this and think, oh my God, I do all this anyway. So this was the first thing I did after I joined, and I think this is so important and everybody should do it. So I did so much research on other people's Scentsy. So I went onto Facebook and I would just search Scentsy consultant, and I looked in as many groups, obviously open ones, I didn't add myself to them, as many groups, as many pages. I ended up on people's personal feeds, on Instagram. I looked up as many Scentsy consultants as I could find. And what I was doing was, as I was looking at them, yeah, exactly. So as I was looking at these pages, I was thinking, right, if I've just been on 20 pages, who am I going to buy from and why? And some of the things for me, I'll tell you some of the things that stand out for me that I then put into my business. So if I go onto somebody's page and their photos are not great, and I'm not a photographer, I'm not talking about the actual photo, I'm talking like they've maybe screenshotted it and it's blurry or something like that, or it's like the wrong photo and it doesn't match. Them kind of things for me stand out. If I go on someone's page and they've got a lovely picture, that draws me in. If they've got a lovely logo or nice colours, that draws me in. Another thing was, if somebody had, say, put a post that, I can't even think of something, just introducing flowers, but they had just done a block of text, just word after word after word after word after word. It's not engaging. You know, a piece of text with gaps in between, with emojis and that kind of thing, them things were drawing me in. So already I'm thinking, right, that's how I want to do my page. So after doing my research and obviously following people like Chloe Cox and all of these people on Insta, and just getting super inspired by people and getting ideas and all this kind of stuff, I got organised. So in my mind, if I was to have bought a shop in, say, Rayleigh High Street, I would not on day one, I need to turn WhatsApp notifications off, I would not on day one open the doors to the shop with no sign up, say it was a clothes shop, and one t-shirt on the rail. So I was not opening my group or telling people I joined until in my mind I was ready and on it. So I spent 2 evenings, all evening once the kids went to bed and up till really late, getting ready. And what I did was, I had notes on my phone and I had a album in my photos called Scentsy. And I would make a bit of text in my notes, for example, what is Scentsy? And then I would look through the internet and find a photo that I felt matched that. I'd put that photo, I'd put a filter on that photo, I would put it in word swag, and then I would write in a font that I'd chosen that I liked, that matched the font I'd chosen for my name, Bella Scents. And I would write, for example, say I was doing warmers, I'd write, or what is Scentsy? I said, didn't I? What is Scentsy? So I'd got then the text ready and the photo that matched. And I did this for everything. Warmers, mini warmers, flowers, fans, pods, car bars, scent, everything. I had a photo with the same filter, the same writing in the same font, ready to introduce all these products, okay? So it matched, it looked nice when they came on, and hopefully it would draw them in. The other thing that I did, which I still to this day do, and every single post on my group has always been like this, I have a subtitle within 2 stars. So my name is Bella Scents with 2 stars either side. So every single post starts with 2 stars and a little bit about what that post is going to be about. So if it was my birthday, it might say something like, happy birthday to me. If it was something to do with like a Christmas collection, it might say, holidays are coming. It doesn't have to be exactly what you're posting, but it's given a little hint of what it's going to be about. Something for flowers, I've done like, I'll bring you flowers, ... because everyone's going to start singing that song. And that is on every single post. I've never done a post and not had that little subheading to start with. Number one, when people are scrolling and they see that, they'll think of me. But number two, it gives them a little hint of what they're going to do. And exactly, and then my teammate Emma has just wrote that she's done that too. So that's going to come in a little while when I'm talking about like building a team, that I've done that and now I've passed that on to Emma and she's doing it as well. That's my notes. Yep, so yeah, so I had all my stuff in my notes. Right, so I also wrote a text out to close friends. So people that I could just be like, I've joined Scentsy, let's go. And then also one to people that I perhaps don't speak to all the time. So I don't want them to think, oh my God, you know, Laura started Scentsy and she's just reached out to me because she wants to sell it to me. You do not want that. So I wrote a different kind of text to them people that I don't speak to all the time. So I kind of needed to reconnect and get in touch with them before than what I was doing. So I had my 2 texts ready. I had all my stuff ready for my group. So I opened my group, I done my picture, I done my logo, and I had what is Scentsy and Warmers in there. Then I would text somebody my text and I would add them to my group at the same time. Text finished by saying, I have just added you to my group, please accept and please add any friends that you might think would like it. How many groups do you get added to on Facebook? I get added to so many, and sometimes I don't look at them because I might be busy with the kids or whatever. So doing that and sending the text, you're giving like a double whammy, being like, this is what I've invited you to, please join it. And I think that really helped me because my group grew really quickly. So that's definitely, I think, a little tip. And just take your time. I would do like 5 in the morning, 5 at night, because then if them people text me back and wanted to know any information, I could reply to them. You know, sometimes when you've got so many WhatsApps, you just can't keep up. So I wanted to be able to reply properly and give them the info that they needed. So that was one of the first things that I did. Oh no, is it my connection? If anyone else's, tell me and I'll turn my Wi-Fi off. Right, let me see where we're up to. Is anyone else having problems with my internet? Okay. Right, so they're getting a... Okay, fine. Right, so... yeah, I am. Let me just turn... I've just turned my Wi-Fi off. Let's see if that's better. Is that better? Okay. Right, so, oh, everyone's saying that they're having problems. I'll keep going because I've turned it off now. I've turned off my Wi-Fi. Okay. Right, so, because I was a customer already, I had warmers. So the first thing that I did, can someone just give me like some hearts if it's all okay now? Because I was a customer, I already had warmers, so literally I was getting my warmer out straight away. So the first person that I took it to, it's fine, no, cool. The first person I took it to was my neighbour. So easy, 2 seconds away. You're gonna walk across, give her my warmer with a cube of wax, and what I said to her was, when you, okay, cool. When you get that moment of, oh my God, that smells amazing, take a picture of it, please, and put it on my group. And because I know that's going to happen to you, because it happens to everybody, doesn't it? So when it happens, take a picture and get it in my group. Because it's okay us posting that we love it, but as soon as people see somebody else, then they believe it. So that was my first person that had my personal warmer with a cube of wax in it. She posted it on my page. And within 10 minutes, I got a direct message from her best friend. So she'd added her friend to the group. Her friend has seen the post and she said, oh, I love everything she likes, we're best friends. I want one as well. So she ordered a mercury and 6 waxes, and then her friend ordered a twinkle and 6 waxes. So I was buzzing, and that just gave me that bug that, oh my God, once this is in people's house, this sells. So I know obviously not everybody has that luxury, but there's other things that you can do that I'll get to in a minute. So I was getting it to my neighbour. I've lost where I am now. yeah, so my neighbour and like just people really close to me, I was letting them borrow either a mini warmer or a full-size warmer, whatever I had. Anyway, then when my kit arrived, it was out straight away. I'm talking, it arrived at 5 o'clock, kids went to bed at 7, that's when I do my Scentsy once kids are in bed, and that bag was out. Now this next bit is quite fitting with the times because it was in lockdown. So what I would do is, I would drive my bag around somebody's house, put it on their doorstep, knock, obviously step back, and I would just say to them, bearing in mind people aren't going out, so some people are looking forward to this all day. We know how fun it is to smell the bag, isn't it? It's so much fun. So I would knock on the door, leave the bag, move back. I would say to them, take your time. I've got 2 toddlers sitting in my car. If you want to take an hour, you take your time. This is my like me time. So I would go sit in the car, but then in the car, I was doing Scentsy. I was scheduling posts, I was watching videos, I was on YouTube, I was coming across all these different people, you know, I was watching Laura's videos and then that would lead me on to someone like Lisa's videos and all these people. I'd be like, Laura, who's this? I found a video, who's this? Is she in your team? And, you know, I just wanted to learn Scentsy all the time. So I also said to them, if you need me and you've got any questions, FaceTime me, and everybody did. So they're in their house, I'm in the car and we're on FaceTime and we're talking about what they love. It was just brilliant. So I would do that. I would then take the bag, take it home, Dettol it, clean it all, and I put a photo on my group of all the cleaning products I was using to clean my bag, and I would say, look, after every person it is clean, so please don't worry. And then I would go back out the next night or whatever and do the same thing. So I also had people who were interested but didn't live close enough to be able to borrow my bag. So I came up with FaceTime and Sniff, which I know sounds hilarious. So I would say to them before the FaceTime, what kind of things do you like? Or I think what's more important is, what don't you like? So they might say, oh, I love, yeah, bloody COVID shot. They might say, oh, I love laundry smells and I like fruity. So I would get out perhaps 6 or 8 little pots in front of me that tick them boxes, and then on my laptop I would have them scent descriptions. So I would say, right, let's have a sniff of clothesline. So I'd smell it and I'd read the description, but then I would give my personal opinion. So I'd be like, literally, it smells like you're carrying your clothes in from the line. And they're laughing, it was really relaxed, and it was just really enjoyable. And the first night I did this, I had someone booked at 7, 7:30, 8 and 8:30, and every single person ordered. One woman, she never smelled anything, she did a full-size warmer, mini warmer, 6 bars of wax, fan, 6 pods and a car bar, and she's never smelt it. But she trusted and believed what I was saying, because we're face to face. And I am reading the scent description, so she gets the correct description, but then I'm giving my honest opinion. If there's one that is not your favourite, be honest and say, oh, you know, or say something like, I could use, my Bella says they all smell like ham mayo. So I could be like, oh, ham mayo, you know, but no, it was just really chilled. Laura will be laughing at that. And yeah, so that was, I loved that, and I'm definitely putting that back in now. Yes, so, right, I look at comments and then I lose where I am. Right, that's it. So I had people that I text and they would text me back a really clear yes. You know, I had friends that are just like Claire, who's now my teamie, was pretty much like, babe, look, sort me out, get me whatever you want, kind of thing. And then I had other people that were like, oh, lovely, Laura, I'll have a look. Now, them people, you need to chase up. So I'm like, oh, great, have you had a look? Because, and I think this is such a key line, I'm putting a bulk order in on blah, blah. So say this is the Monday, chase them up because you're putting a bulk order in on the Wednesday. You might not be, but it gives them that sense of urgency that they need to order from you, and you say, because I don't want you to miss out. So give them like a reason to then get back to you. Another tip that I did, lots of people would text me back and say, oh, I've looked online, I'm a bit confused, I just don't know what I want. So I'm like, right, how can I fix that problem? So I got my mini and my full-size warmer and just did a really quick video. It wasn't on me, it was just on the warmers, and I'd be like, hi, yes, so this is a full-size warmer, comes with a lead, and just really basic. This is a mini warmer, plug it in, it's done, like, just so they can see it with their own eyes. Because you know, sometimes I look on the catalogue or I look on the website, and you can't, if you've never had a plug-in, when you say to someone, oh, it just plugs in and you put the wax on top, they all go, huh? Don't they? They don't understand. So I used that video, well, I still use it to this day. If I have a new customer who doesn't quite know what they want, that video is gold for me, because it just straight away shows them the two main options of, like, the main products that Scentsy do. Right, okay, yeah, so I often hear people saying, everyone seems confused, exactly, yeah. So I often hear people saying, oh, I can't do much because I haven't got my bag of smells. No. I think that this bag of smells needs to be, how can I explain it? It's a luxury that we can do that, okay? So if you go to a shop to buy a pair of shoes, you cannot bring home 50 pairs of shoes, try them all and take them back. You can't, you know, just with anything, if you want to try a new bottle of wine, you know, you can't buy 50, take them all home, test them all and take back the ones you want. The fact that we offer this bag is a luxury, and we shouldn't rely on it, in the sense of, when my first text went out, I did not say, I've got a bag of 80 smells, would you like to smell them? Because I didn't yet. I said, have a look on the website. If there's something you love, let me know what kind of smell you normally like, and I'll be able to help you choose the Scentsy equivalent. I didn't mention that bag. I didn't give them the option because I hadn't got it. So what I want to do is, I want to get them to buy a warmer, and I don't even care if it's 1 bar of wax, because when I drop that order off, with me, I take the bag. So not only have I've got an order and I've dropped it off, I've now got my second order, because I know when they do smell that bag, guess what? They're gonna want more. So just get them to have that one warmer, and even if it's that 1 bar of wax to start with, at least you've got them and they're your customer. Do not rely on that bag. It's not the be all and end all. Oh, I'm glad that loads of you are saying like yes. Because do you understand what I mean? That we can't actually do that with many other things in the world, so we shouldn't rely on it. It's just like an extra special thing that we offer, and definitely take it when you drop an order off, and do the whole, oh, I'll wait in the car kind of thing. Sometimes if they don't live local, they're happy to not have it the whole time, like overnight, just for half an hour or something. Right, sorry, back to my notes, because I read and then it makes me forget what I'm saying. Right, I'm probably talking a million miles an hour.